And a very good afternoon to you. This is your lunchtime news bulletin coming to you live here on MTV Sports with News First. I'm Shahin Jrangpati. Well, here's a look at your headlines. Railways Department identifies 775 unguarded level crossings. Minister of Private Transport Services says that motor accidents are on the rise because of the issuance of driver's licenses to unsuitable individuals. Chinese astronauts land after completing a 15-day mission in space. Starting off with a look at your local news. The driver of the van, which was involved in an accident with a train in close proximity to the Alutgama train station, has been arrested. According to the police, the suspect is to be produced before court.
6 individuals died in the accident which occurred yesterday. The victims were individuals who were returning home following a pilgrimage. 5 individuals died on the spot. The injured were admitted to the Nagoda hospital and one of the injured passed away this morning, according to the director of the hospital.
Meanwhile, the Sri Lanka Railway Department says that they've identified 775 unguarded railway crossings. General Manager of Railways B.A.T. R.A. Ratna says that it will take time to convert these railway crossings into safe ones. He added that the Railway Department will prioritize the attaching of signal lights and alarms at the Alutgama railway crossing, where an accident claimed the lives of 6 yesterday. Minister of Private Transport Services C.B. Ratnayaka says that the number of motor accidents have increased due to the issuance of driver's license to individuals who are unsuitable to drive. The minister points out that drivers should be disciplined. The minister added that a majority of drivers are being criticized due to the mistakes committed by a handful. Minister C.B. Ratnayaka further noted that drivers that operate public transport services should always remember that they have numerous lives in their hands. He adds that all drivers should respect road rules and that steps are being taken to ensure that drivers adhere to road rules in the future. In other local news, an individual was shot in the Bogahayaya Hettiarachigama area in Giribawa. According to the police media unit, the shooting took place at the victim's residence last night. The victim is a 38-year-old resident of the Varawawa area in Hettiarachigama. The police media unit added that no suspects have been arrested in connection to the shooting and that they are continuing investigations to ascertain why the shooting was carried out. The Giribawa police is conducting further investigations. Southern Province Minister of Fisheries D.V. Upu says that they plan to distribute nearly 3,000 life jackets among fishermen in the Southern Province within this year. He made this statement during the News First Gum at the program, which was held recently in the Kalmate area in Tengol.
ජීවිතාරක්ෂක තබා 1500ක් මම දැනට ලබා දීලා තියෙනවා. හැබැයි එක වැල්ලකට ගියාට මේක අපිට ඇස් දෙකට පේන්නේ නැහැ. හැබැයි ලුණුගම් වෙර වැවට ගියාම අපිට පේනවා.
We have already distributed 1,500 life jackets. However, when we go into the beaches, we cannot see this. However, there are plenty of fishermen in the Lunugamwera reservoir. From now on, instead of giving the life jackets to the fishermen, I will give them to their wives or children. Then it is up to them to ensure that the fishermen wear it. We plan to distribute 3,000 life jackets this year.
දීවර කාර්මිකයා නෙමෙයි බිරිඳ දැනුවත් කරලා බිරිඳට ෆෝම් එක පුරවලා විශේෂයෙන්ම දීවර පරීක්ෂකතුමා එක නිර්දේශ කරන්න ඕන බිරිඳගේ අතර තමයි මම ඒ ජැකට් එක ලබා දෙන්නේ.
The Southern Province Minister of Fisheries also expressed these views.
මම හැමදාම සිරසත් එක්ක හිටපු කෙනෙක්. සිරසට අපේ ආණ්ඩුවෙන් උනත් පහර ගහපු වෙලාවල් වල මම සිරස පැත්තට.
I was always with Sirasa. Even when our government attacked Sirasa, I stood on the side of Sirasa. Sirasa is a good media institution. Some media institutions choose to ignore wrongdoing that occur before their eyes. When other organizations refrain from highlighting mistakes, Sirasa stood firm in their stance. I thank Sirasa not only as a politician, but also as a citizen of this country.
ඉදිරිපත් කරන්න බය වෙච්ච අවස්ථාවල සිරස කෙලින් හිටියා. ඒ නිසා අපි අපේ ස්තුතිය සිරසට දේශපාලඥයෙක් වශයෙන් පමණක් නෙවෙයි මේ රටේ පුරවැසියෙක් හැටියට මගේ ස්තුතිය මම පුද කරනවා. මම හැමදාම එතන ඉන්නවා.
Still in local news, The foundation stone for the International Buddhist University being constructed in Sri Lanka was laid yesterday at an event under the auspices of Minister S.P. Dissanayake.
The foundation stone for the Nagananda International Buddhist University was laid at the Bollagala Manelwata Vihare yesterday. A large gathering including Speaker Shamal Rajapaksa was also present at the occasion. There are plenty of facilities in Sri Lanka to study Buddhism. However, the international university being constructed will show the correct path to the entire world. This will create learned monks as well as learned layman scholars.
Well, today marks the fourth day of the Sadaham Puja Poson Zone in Muagama Ratnapura. Large crowds have flocked to the Poson Zone since it was declared open on Sunday. Devotees visiting the Poson Zone can witness the Poson Pandal and lanterns that are on display until the 29th of this month. Now, News First is the media sponsors for the Sadaham Puja Poson Zone. On to sports news, captain of the Sri Lanka cricket team Angela Matthews expressed confidence ahead of his team's opening match in the triangular one-day series against the West Indies, which begins on Friday at Sabina Park.
India, winners of this year's ICC Champions Trophy, is the other team participating in the Tri-Nation Series. Matthews said in an interview shortly after their arrival at the Norman Manley International Airport yesterday that his team has been playing good cricket over the past few weeks and so everyone is ready and raring to go. Sri Lanka's cricket selectors have made 2 changes to their team which competed in the Champions Trophy in England last week. Batsman Tilakaratne Dilshan is out with a calf injury suffered in last Thursday's semi-final defeat to India, while all-rounder Thisara Pereira was dropped from the 15-member squads. Matthews said, quote, "It's unfortunate that Dilshan picked up an injury, but it is a good opportunity for our youngsters to try and prove themselves. I think our main challenge is to try and adapt to the conditions as soon as possible because the wicket might turn. We are looking for a good start, so hopefully we can beat the West Indies and start on a winning note." Unquote.
Well, now in tennis news, Juan Martín del Potro recorded a straight set first round win while Tommy Haas, David Ferrer and Thomas Berdych booked their places in the second round of Wimbledon, while British teenager Laura Robson and Angelica Kerber qualified to the second round in the women's draw.
Argentine Juan Martín del Potro showed that he has made a welcome return to form. Del Potro beat Spaniard Albert Ramos 6-2, 7-5, 6-1 to book his place in the second round. Joining him there will be Tommy Haas, the 13th seed. He also progressed in straight sets, beating Dmitry Tursunov 6-3, 7-5, 7-5 with a superb backhand on match point. Sam Querrey was one seed who crashed out. The American 21st seed fought back from losing the opening 2 sets in his match with Bernard Tomic. But it was a young Australian who prevailed in the end, a blistering backhand on match point, closing out an impressive 7-6, 7-6, 3-6, 2-6, 6-3 victory. 4th seed David Ferrer prevailed in a 4-set match on centre court. The Spaniard cruised through the opening set for the loss of just 1 game, but his Argentine opponent Martin Hollande edged a tight second set to level the match. But Ferrer showed plenty of his trademark tenacity, winning the next 2 sets to record a 6-1, 4-6, 7-5, 6-2 win and book his place in the second round. 7th seed Thomas Berdych may have progressed in straight sets, but he needed 5 match points to do so. He recorded a 6-3, 6-4, 6-4 win over Martin Klizan, but was forced to withstand some late pressure from his Slovakian opponent to do so. Berdych, a losing Wimbledon finalist in 2010, will face Daniel Brands of Germany in his second round match. In the women's draw, 10th seed Maria Kirilenko became a high-profile casualty in the women's draw. She was outgunned by Laura Robson, succumbing 6-3, 6-4, with the British teenager converting her first match point with a powerful forehand. But 7th seed Angelica Kerber progressed to the second round in straight sets. She overcame flamboyant American Bethany Mattek-Sands, a player she had never beaten before, 6-3, 6-4.
Well, on Entertainment First this afternoon, we bring you the much-awaited comedy sequel which brings together a group of news anchors as they enter the 1980s. Well, this is Anchorman 2, starring Will Ferrell, Paul Rudd, Steve Carell and many more.
In the 70s, they were an elite unit with names like Brick, Champ, Brian, and Ron. They rose like the phoenix, and then they were gone. Their legend became but a whisper, told by the trees, until now.
We're starting a 24-hour news channel, and we want you.
I'm going to do the thing that God put Ron Burgundy on this earth to do. Have salon-quality hair and read the news.
This just feels right. The news team is back.
Welcome to the 80s, baby.
Is that your foot between my legs?
No.
Oh. Where's my hand?
Your hair looks like wet popcorn.
I like the parts of your face that are covered with skin.
That's Jack Lime. Look at him. He's a prince.
He's not that great.
What'd you say? He said you're not that great.
French.
I don't read Jet Magazine. Or, Jerry Curl Daily.
What are you doing?
I'm breaking down the barriers of race by assimilation. And on that note, which one of you convicts with the longest record can pass me the mashed potatoes? Am I right? Say what?
And that's our lunchtime news bulletin. Thank you very much for watching. For News First, I'm Shahin Rampati. Goodbye and take care.